Let me tell you something. The way you start your morning determines how your entire day will go. Most people wake up late, grab their phones, scroll through social media, complain about life, and wonder why they're not successful. But successful people, they wake up with purpose. They don't chase the clock. They own it. Every day begins with a choice between drifting through your morning or directing it with purpose. The truth is, how you start your day determines how you live your life. The morning is not just a time. It's a message from the universe that you've been given another chance to do better, to grow, and to move closer to the life you dream of. But most people treat their mornings like an accident. They wake up when they have to, not when they want to. They reach for their phones, scroll through meaningless content, and let other people's lives distract them from their own. And that's where they lose the day before it even begins. Starting your day with purpose means you take control of your time instead of letting time control you. It means waking up with a reason, a why that pulls you out of bed even when you feel tired. Purpose gives energy to your actions. When you know what you're working toward, you don't need motivation. You wake up already fueled by intention. Every successful person understands this simple truth. If you own the morning, you own the day. And if you own enough days, you eventually own your life. When your eyes open in the morning, that's your moment to reset your mind. Don't start by checking your problems. Start by counting your blessings. Say a quiet thank you. Gratitude grounds you and reminds you that life is a gift. Before the noise of the world enters your head, speak life into your day. Tell yourself, today I will win. Today I will grow. Today I will take one more step toward my dream. Those words might sound small, but they shape your attitude, and attitude shapes results. Starting with purpose also means having a plan. Don't just go through the day reacting to whatever happens. Sit down and ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things I need to do today? Write them down. Focus on them. When you give your day direction, you give yourself power. A focused person is stronger than 1,000 distracted ones. The world belongs to those who plan it before sunrise. Discipline is another part of a purposeful morning. You won't always feel like getting up early. You won't always feel ready to face the challenges waiting for you. But purpose doesn't ask if you feel ready. It tells you to get ready. The more you follow your morning routine, the more your body and mind learn that success is not optional. It's expected. Over time, your consistency becomes your confidence. And it's not just about work or goals. A purposeful morning also means taking care of your spirit. Spend a few minutes in silence, in prayer, or in reflection. Think about where you're going and who you're becoming. Success isn't only about achieving things. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle success when it arrives. The words you speak in the morning are the seeds you plant for the rest of your day. Every thought, every sentence that leaves your mouth has power to build you or break you, to lift your spirit or weigh it down. When you start your day speaking positivity and gratitude, you're not ignoring reality. You're shaping it. You're choosing to see light even when the world feels dark. That choice changes everything. The first few moments after you wake up are sacred. Your mind is fresh, open, and ready to absorb whatever message you give it. If you begin by complaining about the weather, your job, your life, you've already poisoned your own atmosphere. You've told your mind that the day will be hard and that life is unfair, that nothing good is coming. And guess what? Your mind will believe you. You'll start noticing every problem, every irritation, every reason to be unhappy. But when you begin with gratitude, when you say, thank you for this day, or I'm grateful I woke up healthy, I'm grateful I still have a chance, you shift your energy. Gratitude doesn't change your circumstances, it changes you. It clears your heart of negativity and makes space for peace, hope, and strength. Positivity is not pretending that life is perfect. It's believing that even in imperfection, something good can still come out of it. When you speak positive words, you set your intention for the day. You tell your mind, I'm going to win today. I'm going to handle whatever comes my way with strength and grace. And when challenges show up, because they always do, you face them from a position of power, not panic. You don't let your emotions decide your day. You let your faith and focus lead the way. Think about it. Every successful person you've ever admired has one thing in common. They protect their words. They don't speak defeat. They don't talk about what they can't do. They talk about what they will do, what they must do, what they are becoming, because the words you speak repeatedly become your belief, and your belief becomes your reality. If you keep saying, I'm tired, I can't, I'll never make it, your mind will find ways to make that true. But if you keep saying, I'm strong, I'm capable, I'm blessed, I'm growing, your life will start to reflect those truths. Gratitude is also a magnet for blessings. When you appreciate what you have, life gives you more to be thankful for. Most people miss this. They spend their days complaining about what's missing instead of celebrating what's present. They say, I'll be happy when I get that job, when I buy that car, when I move to that house. But happiness doesn't wait on success. Success grows out of happiness. A grateful heart turns ordinary moments into opportunities and turns obstacles into lessons. Start your morning by listing 3 things you're grateful for. It can be simple things: your breath, your family, your health, the chance to try again. Say them out loud. Feel them. Then speak positivity over your goals. Declare that you will succeed, that you will find strength, that today will be productive. Even if yesterday was terrible, today is a new chance. The power of positivity and gratitude lies in consistency. Do it every morning until it becomes part of who you are. You'll notice that problems don't disappear, but your attitude toward them changes. You'll stop reacting emotionally and start responding intentionally. The more gratitude you express, the more peace you'll carry. The more positivity you speak, the more confidence you'll feel. So tomorrow morning, before you touch your e-broke planning before you act, is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Too many people move through life reacting to whatever happens instead of directing what happens. They wake up, rush into the day, and let the world decide what they should do. But those who plan, those who take a few quiet moments to think, to prepare, to organize, they don't just survive the day, they own it. A plan gives your energy purpose. It turns random effort into meaningful progress. Without a plan, even hard work can go to waste because motion without direction is just noise. Every successful person understands that time is their greatest asset. Once a moment passes, it's gone forever. That's why they don't spend time, they invest it. Planning helps you do exactly that. When you plan your day, you're telling your time where to go instead of wondering where it went. You set priorities. You choose what matters most. And that's what separates the productive from the busy. Anyone can stay busy, but only a few stay effective. Before you act, take time to think about what you're trying to achieve. Ask yourself, what's truly important today? Not what's urgent, not what's loud, but what will actually move you closer to your dream. Successful people don't fill their day with meaningless tasks just to feel accomplished. They focus on the 2 or 3 things that make a real difference. They understand that doing less with purpose beats doing more without direction. When you plan, you also create mental clarity. The human mind loves order. When you write your plans down, whether it's a list, a vision board, or a schedule, you remove confusion. You can see what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. That mental clarity gives you peace, and peace gives you power. You don't waste energy trying to remember what to do next. You simply act. And that flow, that focus becomes your advantage. Planning also prepares you for obstacles. Life doesn't go smoothly all the time. There will be delays, distractions, and disappointments. But when you've planned your day, you've already visualized the road ahead. You can adapt quickly because you're not caught off guard. A plan gives you flexibility, not rigidity. It's not about controlling every detail. It's about giving your actions direction and purpose, even when things change. Think of your plan as your map. If you're driving to a destination, you don't just start the car and hope to arrive somewhere good. You look at the route, you know where you're going, and you prepare for traffic or turns along the way. The same rule applies to life. Without a map, you'll keep moving, but you might end up nowhere. With a plan, every step, every decision, every effort takes you closer to where you truly want to go. A good plan doesn't have to be complicated. Start each morning by writing down 3 main goals. These are your priorities, the non-negotiables. Then list the smaller tasks that support them. Estimate how much time you'll spend on each one. Keep it realistic. You'll be amazed how much more control and confidence you'll feel when your day is structured. Most people underestimate how powerful planning can be because it feels small, quiet, or slow. But planning isn't wasted time. It's power time. It's where the future gets built before anyone else sees it. It's where you decide whether your day will be random or remarkable. When you plan before you act, you step into your day with intention. You stop living by chance and start living by choice. You stop reacting and start creating. Each morning becomes an opportunity to design your destiny instead of drifting through it. That's how success begins. Not with luck, not with chance, but with a plan and the courage to follow it. Your mind is the engine that drives everything you do. Before your body can move, your mind has to decide where to go. That's why it's so important to feed your mind before your body. Most people wake up and the first thing they reach for is breakfast or their phone. They start consuming news, gossip, or negativity before they've even had a moment to strengthen their thoughts. But truly successful people understand something powerful. Your mind must eat before your mouth does. What you feed your mind in the morning determines the quality of your day and eventually the quality of your life. When you wake up, your brain is fresh and open, like a blank page. What you write on that page matters. If you start your morning by reading something inspiring, listening to something educational, or thinking deeply about your goals, you're programming your mind for growth. But if you start your day scrolling through social media, comparing your life to others, or filling your head with negativity, you're programming your mind for distraction and doubt. The choice is yours. You can either nourish your mind with wisdom or starve it with noise. Feeding your mind doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as reading a few pages of a good book, watching a short motivational video, or listening to a podcast that challenges the way you think. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Even 10 minutes of positive input can shift your mindset and give you the fuel you need to face the day. What matters is that you start your morning with something that builds you instead of something that drains you. The mind is like soil. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of knowledge, faith, and positivity, your life will reflect that. But if you let weeds of doubt, fear, and laziness take root, they'll choke your potential before it even has a chance to bloom. Every morning is an opportunity to plant good seeds. The books you read, the words you listen to, and the thoughts you entertain are all shaping your reality, even when you don't notice it. When you feed your mind before your body, you're setting priorities. You're saying to yourself, my growth matters more than my comfort. Breakfast fills your stomach, but wisdom fills your spirit. One gives you temporary energy, the other gives you lasting strength. People who chase comfort always eat first and think later. People who chase greatness think first and eat later. They know that mental hunger is far more powerful than physical hunger. This habit also builds discipline. It takes effort to choose a book over your phone. It takes commitment to sit in silence and reflect instead of getting lost in distraction. But the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you'll find that your mornings feel incomplete without feeding your mind. You'll start craving learning the same way you once craved coffee or breakfast. And here's the beautiful part. When you feed your mind first, everything else in your day improves. You make better decisions because your thinking is clearer. You handle stress better because your mindset is stronger. You interact with people more calmly because your perspective is grounded. A strong mind turns chaos into order, problems into lessons, and obstacles into opportunities. So tomorrow morning, before you grab your phone or your plate, grab a thought that builds you. Read something that stretches your thinking. Listen to something that speaks life into your spirit. Remind yourself of your goals and your purpose. That simple shift, putting your mind before your body, can change the way you live forever. Because when your mind is fed, your body follows with purpose, strength, and confidence. Motivation feels good, but it doesn't last. It's like a spark, bright for a moment, then gone as quickly as it came. Discipline, on the other hand, is the fire that keeps burning even when everything around you feels cold. Most people rely too much on motivation. They wait until they feel ready, inspired, or excited before they act. But the truth is, success doesn't care about your feelings. The world doesn't wait for your mood to change. The people who win in life are the ones who do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. That's what discipline is, doing it anyway. Motivation is emotional. It's easy to get and easy to lose. You might watch a powerful video, hear an inspiring story, or attend a seminar and feel like you can conquer the world. But when the excitement fades, when life gets heavy, And when nobody's watching, that's where discipline takes over. Discipline is the ability to stay consistent even when enthusiasm disappears. It's the quiet strength that pushes you through on days when your body is tired and your mind is full of excuses. Think about it. Motivation helps you start, but discipline helps you finish. You don't need motivation to brush your teeth every morning. You do it because it's a habit. It's non-negotiable. The same mindset applies to your goals. You don't wait to feel like it to work on your dream. You make it a part of who you are. You show up every day, not because you're always excited, but because you're committed. Every small act of discipline builds character, and character builds success. Discipline is not punishment. It's training. It's teaching yourself to follow through. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your willpower. You prove to yourself that you can rely on you. That self-trust is the foundation of confidence. When you tell yourself you'll do something and you actually do it, you build respect for your own word. Most people fail not because they don't have talent or opportunity, but because they break promises to themselves. Discipline is keeping those promises no matter what. There will be days when you wake up tired, when your plan falls apart, when results seem far away. Those are the days that define you. That's where discipline shines. Motivation can make you move when things are easy, but discipline makes you move when things are tough. Every time you push through a hard day, you're building the kind of strength that no one can take from you. The reward of discipline is not just success, it's freedom. Freedom from laziness, fear, and self-doubt. To build discipline, you have to start small. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the right feeling. Begin with simple commitments. Wake up at the same time every day. Spend 10 minutes learning something new or complete one task you've been avoiding. The key is consistency. Once you master the small things, the big things become easier. Discipline grows with repetition. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Motivation can inspire you, but discipline transforms you. It's the difference between a dreamer and a doer, between someone who talks about change and someone who makes it happen. Discipline doesn't demand perfection, it demands persistence. It asks for progress, not excuses. The person who stays disciplined will always outlast the one who waits for motivation to return. So when you don't feel like working, remember why you started. When your energy fades, remember your purpose. Let your why be stronger than your feelings. Motivation will get you moving once in a while, but discipline will keep you moving for a lifetime. That's the real secret of every successful person. They don't wait for inspiration, they act with intention. The morning is the foundation of your entire life. How you begin each day shapes how the rest of it unfolds. The choices you make before the world wakes up decide the direction of your future. When you own your morning, you own your future, because mornings are where discipline is built, where focus is sharpened, and where winners separate themselves from the crowd. Most people don't realize how powerful those early hours are. They sleep through the quietest part of the day, missing the time when their mind is clearest and their potential is highest. But those who understand the value of the morning treat it like sacred time, time to grow, plan, and build the life they want. Owning the morning isn't about waking up early for the sake of it. It's about claiming the first part of your day before the world does. When you start your morning in control, you spend the rest of your day in control. But when you start your morning reacting to your phone, to stress, to problems, you spend your day chasing. Success requires leadership, and the first person you must learn to lead is yourself. The morning is your training ground for that leadership. It's the time to prepare your mind, strengthen your body, and focus your spirit. In the quiet of the morning, there's no noise, no distraction, no competition, just you and your potential. That's when clarity comes. It's the time to visualize your goals, to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Successful people use those early hours to think deeply, to plan wisely, and to move intentionally. They understand that you can't control every event that happens in your day, but you can control how you begin it. And when you begin strong, you handle everything else better. Owning the morning is also about habits. What you repeatedly do after you wake up becomes who you are. The person who spends their first hour learning, exercising, and setting goals will live a very different life from the one who spends it scrolling, complaining, or procrastinating. Habits are powerful because they shape your identity without you even noticing. If you train yourself to take charge of your mornings, you're training yourself to take charge of your destiny. Every great achievement is built on small, consistent actions. And most of those actions begin in the morning. The morning gives you a head start on the world. While others are still asleep, you're already investing in yourself. You're building discipline while others are making excuses. You're developing mental strength while others are chasing comfort. The morning belongs to the focus, and success belongs to those who use it wisely. It's not about being perfect every day, but about showing up every day. The more consistent you are, the more unstoppable you become. Owning the morning also builds confidence. When you wake up early and do what you said you'd do, you prove to yourself that you are in control of your life. That quiet victory sets the tone for the rest of the day. You walk taller, think clearer, and handle challenges with more power. You stop living reactively and start living intentionally. Confidence doesn't come from luck or talent. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. And that starts the moment you open your eyes. If you want to change your future, start by changing your mornings. Use that time to pray, to plan, to learn, to move your body, and to prepare your mind. Don't waste those precious hours. They're your secret weapon. The morning is when your dreams are shaped into plans and your plans are turned into action. It's when you build the momentum that carries you through the day and the mindset that carries you through life. So take back your mornings. Guard them fiercely. Use them wisely. Because if you own the morning, if you command your focus, your faith, and your effort from the start, then you'll own your future. And nothing, not even the world, will be able to stop you.